Hi, everybody. Welcome to the live. This week we're doing the present perfect. Glad you could make it. As you can see, we already have 3 or 4 people in the Kahoot lounge. So we'll just give people a few moments to check in and then we can start the game. The prize is a private conversation lesson, so I wish you good luck. We'll do that over Zoom. Champion number 1 has just joined. Donald, the usual suspect. Kiwi Uchiwi, that's a new one. Baby polar bear with the pacifier. And Shahed. I'm wondering who these people are. I see Donald here every week, so I wish him all the best of luck. And Suleiman, I've seen you here before too. Today you have a graduation cap. That will bring you good luck. Last week, Romelia won. We did the subjunctive. That was a little bit difficult, a bit challenging. Fortunately, we don't need to use the subjunctive too much because it's formal and there are so many ways to avoid it. Hi, Renata. So good to see you. We have a nice group here today, 7 people already. Let's see. This is going to be a tight race. The present perfect, simple and continuous. That's the focus of today's Kahoot. And I do have a few slides, so I don't need to tell you too much about it beforehand. But basically, the present perfect we use when we talk about things until now. So something, it could have started in the past, or it did start in the past, even happened in the past, but has something to do with the present perfect. Anyway, we're going to talk about that a little more, and 2 minutes have passed, so I'm going to start the game. Wish everybody good luck. I think we have some slides right at the beginning. We use the present perfect with these time phrases. So this is really important to remember the signal words. If the sentence has for, as in for 2 years, or since, already, yet, recently, until now, or so far, if you see these words in the sentence, you can pretty much be sure that it's going to be the present perfect. The present perfect simple focuses on the result. So this is important. This is the difference between the simple and the continuous. I have read 3 pages. 3 pages is the result. She has had 4 husbands until now. We have lived in 5 countries. So you have a result somewhere in the sentence, like 5 or 4 or 3, how many. It often answers the question, how many or how often. So if I say I have been to 5 countries, I use the present perfect. Although visiting those 5 countries is finished, it's possible it can happen again in the future. That's why we use the present perfect. The present continuous focuses on the action. So the continuous we use normally to talk about one longer action that takes place until now. I have been living here my whole life. Notice there's no 5 years or 2 times in the sentence. It's one continuous action. I have been dying for a cigarette. She has been driving all day. So it answers the question, how long? So we're going to start the quiz. And keep that in mind, okay? I will remind you again. It has been raining, or it has rained for 3 hours. Are we talking about one longer action or a result? Are we talking about a length of time or answering the question, how often? It has been raining for 3 hours, exactly. One continuous action until now. We're just getting warmed up. Don't worry, you didn't get that one right. Champion number 1 is at the top. I like how you spelled champion. It looks German. I wonder if that's an Austrian. Okay. Who has been eating all the pizza? There is none left for me. Who has eaten all the pizza? There is none left for me. Or who ate all the pizza? There is none left for me. 2 of them are possible. One of them is not possible. The keyword is all. You can think of it as a result. Who has eaten all the pizza? So if it's all the pizza, it's considered an amount. You need to use the present perfect. If you want to emphasize that it's finished, I ate or who ate all the pizza is also possible. Good job. Okay, Renata takes the lead. Who has eaten all the pizza? The result is there is no pizza left. That's why we use the simple. Okay. 2 Harry Potter books. I have read or I have been reading. Is there a result in this sentence? I have read 2 Harry Potter books. The answer is 2. Maybe I'll read a third one in the future. So we ask how many. Use the present perfect simple. Good, there's lots of activity on the scoreboard. Champion number 1 is at the top with an ice cream on their head. Number 8 out of 25. The waiter has been making, or made a mistake on the bill. 2 of them are possible. The waiter has made a mistake on the bill or made a mistake on the bill. Hey, 100% got that one correct. I'm very proud. Donald A is now at the top and on fire. If a verb describes a single moment, it cannot be continuous. So, for example, I have just crashed my car. You wouldn't use the continuous because it's something that happens in an instant. It's also something to keep in mind. She has entered the room. They ended their relationship. I realized what was happening. Yeah, those things happened in a moment, so we don't use them in the continuous. You can use them with present perfect. I don't know why I didn't write them present perfect, but not with the ing form. I gave you a little hint with the last explanation. Don't worry, class hasn't been starting or hasn't started, which is correct. Again, 100%. Class hasn't started yet because the start is a single moment. It's not an activity. So fast. I have had or have been having 4 cups of coffee today. Great. I have had 4 cups of coffee today. The result being 4 cups. I have been drinking coffee all day. I have had 4 cups of coffee. Very good. Renata moves up to 3rd place. Similar one. I have visited, have been visiting, and visit. This time only one is correct. Which one is it? I think everyone has answered. I have visited Paris 3 times in my life. I visit Paris often. So you can only use I visit if it's regular or routine or repeated. But talking about the past is not possible. Donald is in the lead, followed by champion number 1 and Renata, Suleiman, Shahed. Good job, everybody. Lots of smarty pants today. I have written, I have been writing, I have to write 10 emails today. Two of them are possible. I have written 10 emails today is correct, and I have to write 10 emails today is also correct. Have to is like must. I have been writing 10 emails today is not possible because of the number 10. I have written 10 emails today. We're focusing on the result. Shahed is in 2nd place. Renata 3rd. Champion fell down to number 4. And then Donald. Donald is also at the top. So I wonder if that's a different Donald or a Donald who had to check back in after getting kicked out. Sometimes if your internet isn't that strong, you get kicked out, you can just sign back in with a new name. This one is all morning, so plenty of time. I have been writing apologies all morning. I will be writing apologies all morning, or I have written apologies all morning. 2 are possible, 1 is not. I have been writing apologies all morning. Very good. And the future, you can also put the continuous in the future. I will be writing apologies all morning. I have written apologies all morning. Not possible. I have written 10 apologies would be possible with the number. Very good. The second Donald worked his way up 1 position. Makes me think there are 2 Donalds in the game. How long have you been reading? Have you read? Will you be reading that newspaper? Which present perfect takes the question how long? Answers the question how long? Who can remember? How long have you been reading that newspaper? Or how long will you be reading that newspaper in the future? Continuous. Good. Everyone got that one right? No one fell for the trick. We have been coming here for a vacation for 2 years or since 2 years. A little bit of a different question. The difference between for and since. For we use with a length of time, so for 2 years, and since we use with the point in time. For example, I have been doing these live streams for 2 years or since 2021. That's the difference. Few people got that one wrong, but it didn't make much of a difference. Okay, another reminder, stated verbs. Yeah, verbs, they often have to do with emotion or belief or opinion. These verbs never take the continuous tense, and that goes also for present perfect continuous. You won't find them in the continuous form. Examples, believe, know, own. I have owned my house for 5 years, not I have been owning. That doesn't work. Need, belong, and want. Remember, those are never in the ing form. I have known or I have been knowing my best friend since childhood. Very good, Romo. Vikas, you should get English grammar in use if you want to learn the grammar. It's a good one. Very good. And I see Romo Ron in the comments is answering correctly. I have known my best friend since childhood. Great. Good. Everyone did well on that one. What did I do? Sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, they have been running for over an hour. Remember, one longer time, you take the present perfect continuous. Renata moved up to third place. Very good. He has run, he has been running, or he ran for president 4 times. 4 times. Remember how often we use the simple. He has run for president 4 times, or he ran for president 4 times. The difference is he has run. It's possible he can run for president again in the future. He ran for president 4 times. It's finished. He's not going to run again. And he has been running is incorrect because the sentence focuses on the result, which is a number. Donald moves up to second place. So we have Donald in first and second place, followed by Shahed, Renata, and Suleiman. They have taken or they have been taking 500 photos today. So fast. They have taken 500 photos. Right. The question is how many photos they have taken. You're getting faster at these. Just takes practice. Okay. The number of crimes has risen, has been rising, or is rising by 10%. It's a little bit different than the other ones. By 10% since the year 2014. So we do have a result in the form of a number. The number of crimes has risen by 10% since the year 2014. And this is interesting because it would be possible to use the present perfect continuous, but not with by 10%. So if you say the number of crimes has been rising since 2014, it would be okay. But because of that number by 10%, you have to take the present perfect simple. Good. Okay, 3 left in the game. How many cups of coffee have you had or have you been having this morning? How many cups of coffee have you had this morning? Very good. You're listening. How many? We take the present perfect simple. So far, 75 women astronauts have traveled or have been traveling in space. Have traveled. Very good. Renata moved up a little that time. And the last question. How long have you done or have you been doing that puzzle? And how long, remember, you use the ing form. How long have you been doing that puzzle? And it's time for the podium. Renata in 3rd place. Because it's English grammar in use, I wrote it above in the comments. Just 3 comments above yours. Donald, good job, Donald A. And Donald also got 2nd place. I don't know if it's the same one or a different one. Okay, who has eaten or has been eating all the pizza? See if you can remember. 3, 2, 1. Has eaten. Who has eaten all the pizza? Because it's all gone. That's a result. I have written or I have been writing apologies all morning. I have been writing apologies all morning, or I will be writing apologies all morning. He has run or has been running. He has run for president 4 times, or he ran for president 4 times. The number of crimes has risen or has been rising, has risen. I have written 10 emails today. The result is 10. And then with how long, you also take the present perfect continuous. How long have you been reading that newspaper? We have been coming here for a vacation for 10 years or since 10 years. For 2 years length of time. And then the last one, challenging one, they have been running for over an hour. So one action, a longer action until now. Good. Good job, everybody. Donald, you can contact me. My email is in the show notes. I also have the grammar summary in the comments here and in the show notes if you want to look up the difference between present perfect simple and continuous. And I hope to see you next week. Thanks, everybody.